Last year, the fastest driver through was Kalle Rovanperä with a 12.01.7. Elfyn was second fastest on this last year. Let's see what it all shapes up to be like this time around, because it's been a dramatic afternoon for many different reasons here. And Rovanperä has the lead in his hands at the moment. 2.9 seconds, though, is all that's in it between Rovanperä and Danny Sordo, with Neuville in third position overall. Pierre-Louis Loubet is still only 2.5 seconds behind podium position right now. Lappi's only 8.1 behind Loubet in fifth. Elfyn Evans is back in sixth position overall, 18.3 seconds behind Esa-Pekka. And Oitanak is 16.6 behind Evans. I'm Bex Williams, ready to talk you through this one, and I'm delighted to say Julian Porter joins me for commentary on this one. It's been a revolving door of commentators today, which is always great. Jules, you've been out and about, soaking up the atmosphere, giving us some road section info, and you were at the tyre fitting zone, which was a bit of a busy area this afternoon, especially when Pierre-Louis Loubet came in after the dramatic end of Arganil stage, where he was trying to extinguish a fire in the car.
Yeah, we were just stood around waiting for cars to come in, and I just get a message, Loubet might not arrive. All right, okay, not a problem. And then I was kind of like, if he does arrive, there's not much space for him to get through here. Well, let's just leave a gap. And then all of a sudden he came whizzing in, and it was pretty kind of like frustrated and frantic for him.
I remember you saying to Elfyn Evans, I wish you good luck, but I think you're going to need more than that out there this afternoon, to which he said, yeah, I agree, thanks very much. It's been
I actually did a bit of that. I think I was kind of like, I was a little bit like agony ants in that tyre zone, because I said to Lappi also, that I said, EP, I said, without being horrible and without kind of like criticising your driving, but you should be further up. And you went, you're right. And it's kind of like such the snakes and ladders of the leaderboard. But yeah, I mean, Elfyn Evans must wonder where it's kind of all gone wrong when they're second on the road. Kalle Rovanperä is in the lead of the rally. Rovanperä, driver of the day. Absolute driver of the day with that performance, second on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. What he's done from second on the road, I think you're right. You know, after the first stage this morning, we were like, oh, okay, he's where he should be. But then a few changes were made on the road section, and then, yeah, a dramatic turnaround in time. Now, lots of opinions on this stage last year, a lot of them saying how sandy it was in sections, how difficult. I mean, they're all difficult stages here. None really stands out as the most difficult from another. That's been the general consensus from the drivers. They all have various elements within them which stand out as being incredibly tricky.
Into flat left 40 push. 4 right, long of a crest, tightens peep, and late 5 left sharp.
Looks quick as well, doesn't it? Lots of long straights in there.
Plus ruts, opens 4 long, don't. 44 left sharp, maybe, trim of a crest. 40 down, yeah. 3 left plus long.
Slight adjustment on the pace now. Elfyn asking Scott to change.
Breaks down, 3 left sharp, down, entry. 6 right clip, tight.
It's a bit of a rarity, isn't it? We did this stage only once. Well, normally you kind of come back for a second pass, but it's, and you know what I quite like is it's to fill in the long road section down to the super special. This is what used to happen in like the 80s and the 70s, 80s, 90s, is particularly, as it was called then, the Lombard RC Rally. You'd have 56 stages on an event. Some of them might only be 3 or 4 Ks long, but it was kind of like, we're going up the motorway from the Midlands to Scotland. Hang about, there's 4 or 5 forests on the way. We'll just put them in and bring them out and send them back up the motorway. And it's kind of like that. I think it's great. Rather than just giving them a long road, give them some competition on the way down.
And 3 left plus long deep into latest 6 right sharp, maybe narrow don't. 3 left long of a crest, tightens 6 sharp, maybe.
While we watch Elfyn make his way through here, just a reminder that in WRC2, after stage 6, Oliver Solberg is leading over Johan Rossell by 11.1 seconds. Marco Balasia is now in third position in WRC2. Gus Greensmith is in fourth position overall.
Watch late 5 left, plus long, narrow surface.
in the WRC2 Challenger Championship within WRC2. Obviously, Marco Balasia is leading that over Miko Marchek, with Fernandez in third position.
And Balasia's kind of running incognito because of his road position. He's kind of out of everyone's sight, isn't he?
He is, yeah, but he's punching in some good times. In the Masters Cup, this is after stage 5. It's Armin Kramer who has got a good lead over Zaldivar by 1:58.3.
Lyhyt oikein Soralle ja vasen täys 41. Oikein loiva, jarro 5. Häilevä haen lyhyt vasen plus nuolen 15.
Soft hard crossover on the Rovanperä Halttunen Toyota. This was one of the key talking points at lunchtime. His tyre wear was massive this morning. It was kind of quite hard, quite brutal. And then just casually threw into them. Yeah, we got another 2 stages to do this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of them being not far off 19 kilometres.
Looking after conserving tyres and managing them has just been a bit of a painstaking process across the afternoon. Finally for you in WRC3, only 2 competitors within that category this weekend, both Finns, so it is a Finnish fight-off. Rupa Korhonen is leading there by 3:25.3 over Toni Herronen. Toni had to stop and change a wheel earlier, so lost time there.
Kalle Rovanperä will be happy that Rupi's leading and mates back home. Obviously this stage is going to be a little bit smoother than what they've been driving on this afternoon because it's the first pass, but that's not going to make it any simpler, potentially make it harder for Elfyn Evans. But I don't know whether Elfyn Evans potentially is a little bit like Sebastian Ogier. Ogier hates really rough roads. He hates giving the car a lot of abuse, a lot of kind of hassle and heavy impacts and heavy contact. And if your car, if you're running on a second pass and it's rough, you subconsciously maybe just ease off a little bit. Sebastian Ogier used to say about Argentina, he could never match Latvala because Latvala was just so aggressive in the ruts. And Seb was like, I want to look after my car.
15 puolipitkän kielon sisässä aukee. 5 stop. Aukko puolipitkän kielon nopea rikseys ylös. Kierrä. 3. Snadi oikein loiva. 4. He
has, as you mentioned, had a really strong day.
Oh, it's been brilliant. Yeah, the first stage I thought, oh, well, that's about. But then it just like kind of like boom, 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 boom. And I was looking at it and I was like, he's in the lead. He's second on the road.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the lead is not massive over Danny Sordo.
Doesn't matter.
No, it's 2.9 seconds. It might well matter at the end of the day to Rovanperä.
If he can do that second on the road, what can he do tomorrow? On 8th on the road.
Yeah, this is what Cheney was saying earlier. When they're in a similar position.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worlds apart, their position on the road right now.
And fair play to Sordo, fair play to Lube until he had his issue. They were utilising and they were maximising what they could with their road position. Because sometimes we see drivers who don't do that. They did it. They did a great job. But I think on level playing field tomorrow, I think all bets will be off for a Rovanperä Halttunen win, because we know what they're like once they get into that groove.
Well, they are hunting down the first win of the season. It hasn't come yet. It's been a consistent performance, but not a huge amount of podiums. Only 1 so far this year, and that was in Monty.
Something else that's been consistent today, Bex, is thousands of people out.
So many. But that's great to see. That's what we want to see. No, we want to see as many people as possible.
Trying to get around, like on the road sections this morning, just park cars and park cars. It was like, wow, there's like so many people out.
Terä on parempi 4 katko mahaan.
You picked Robin Bear as a driver a day. If I was to pick a driver of the morning, it would be Tanak.
Yeah,
After his performance on the middle stage in particular was just head and shoulders above everyone else, given his road position.
So we've got 3 hards and 1 soft on the car. Obviously, he's had a puncture. I don't know what tyre that was that had a puncture, whether that was a soft or a hard. I don't know, because he's got 4 hards and 2 softs in the package.
Sisästä 8. Ai jarru vasenloiva tuolle pidä ja soraa stop oikein, mutta sisästä pidä 2. Piilostamasen koon risteys soraa.
Nice stretch of smooth tarmac for them to relax on after the beltingness of the gravel. Just interlinking roads, see that quite a few times.
It's a hard day, isn't it, when you think like they've not been back to the safety of service, and yeah, it's tough. For us, I think it's good. Nearly 25 k's longer, and in terms of k's longer, and in terms of time, it's nearly a couple of hours longer as well. A much earlier start in the morning, similar finish time, but earlier start in the morning.
Piilossa kierrä oikein hidas risteys. Pehmeä kapee. Piilottamasen miinusristeys. Älä. 2. Vasenen täys miinus yli pidä. 2. Pehmeä oikein eri. Suppuun.
We are hearing some news coming in that Elvin Evans has stopped in the stage.
3.
13.8 kilometres into the stage. As soon as we get some more news on that, we'll bring it to you. That is a huge blow for Elvin. Let's find out what that is.
Can I do what I've just done?
What, blow
Yeah.
out that noise? Yeah, I think you can.
I'm not sure what the word is for that, so I just did the sound. We will go past him soon then. 4-minute gaps, we will pass them somewhere.
Yeah, well, he hasn't passed the next split yet, so once he's passed the next split point, Robin Parra, it's not far after that. About a kilometre after the next split.
4 yliin. Lopussa puolipitkän kääntää aura. Jatkaa. Hämä oikein kirraa pitää. Stop 5. Piilot oikein
And
risteys.
obviously, Kalle and Yoni will have absolutely zero information. No information can be passed to the crew. Unless the car's blocking the road or something, then they can get that kind of information, because that'll come through as like a red
safety,
flag or a yellow flag or whatever it is, you know.
So yeah, 13.8 kilometres, that's the detail we have with Evans stopped in the stage.
Lopussa kierräpasen hidas, kirraa paha suppu. Kapelyyn oikein, älä.
Oh, that was quite the cut into that bank of gravel, wasn't it? You know, it looks a little bit worse, bumper cam, as we noted in Mexico when, I can't remember, was it Serdarides went into a rock?
Yeah.
It does look a little bit worse than it actually is from the angle of the camera, but
There was some
still.
stones scooped up there, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. For Elvin Evans, though, I mean, it's been the day of being first on the road for him, which has impeded him, and something has gone wrong in here. We're not sure what exactly yet.
Ja parem 4 kuulge, teraosa 6, 7. Parem nupik, lühike vasas, kuulge, parem 4 kinni. 20 vasas, 3 pikk, kukk. Kuulge, lühike parem välja, kuulge, keerab parem 4 miinus.
Martin Jovial calling out the pace notes. So Tanak.
That first split coming up for them then. Robin Parra's first split to Elvin was good. It was 4.7 seconds faster.
Robin Parra's now passed that second split, so it won't be long before he goes past Elvin Evans and Scott Martin.
Panen 500 meetrit kinni sisse. 20 vasas 3 miinus hea. Avanen paha. Portugal. Bara god visa. Hoja nuppi. Bara vähän kolminos kiinni. Karos.
Okay, so the information we're getting in on Elfyn Evans then is that they did go off-road. They're both out of the car, both okay, but it has been an off-road incident for Elfyn.
Huomio 9. Jarru oikein kirraa liukas aukko oikein koo. 4 yli. Loppus oikein miinus älä kääntää. Loppus oikein älä kääntää. Aukko 2. Puolipitkä vasen plus. Aukee.
But devastating blow, Jules, after what had been a tough day for him.
Tough day, championship leader. There is a silver lining that you probably won't look at until Monday, as you won't be first on the road in Sardinia. You know, but you're a long way off. It's 25 points you're giving away to your rivals, and yeah, well, potentially 25 points. Tough day for Toyota. 2 of their 3 cars. They only have 3 here, not 4 like sometimes.
Yeah, it's just Robin Perra remaining right now.
Look how stony that road was.
You know, from the notes we have from last year, how rough it was in sections, but how sandy and soft in others. The cross pattern of soft and hard compound tyres on the car for Thierry.
Attention, droite il tourne, ferme 30 plus, presque bidon, étroit sable. En gauche à fond sur 30, droite 30 points, presque bidon, très étroit sable. Täyslopussa jarru 10, liukas puolipitkä oikein plus kääntää. 2, pitto pitkällä näin kirraa plus, pidä. 4, liukas ura puolipitkä oikein helppo rytky, heti jarru, vasen plus yli, älä kääntää. 2. Ura oikein helppo, älä ja vasen täysmiinus 2. Lopussa oikein eri sisältä pikkusuppuun. Vasen täysmiinus yli.
Not too far to go now for our reigning world champions and of course our rally leaders here in Portugal.
Aukee helppo.
We've got Tanak in the stage and Newville, and as we were reporting, Elfyn Evans was off at almost 14 kilometres into the stage. Both crew okay.
That's something that doesn't happen very often, but it has happened before in Portugal. I remember when he was a part of the M-Sport team, he went off in, I think it was on the Friday as well. Can't remember what stage, but...
11:57.1 then, the penultimate stage of the day done. Just that short super special stage, which, even though it is just under 3 kilometres in length and it's a super special, you still have to treat with complete respect.
Oh, huge rock on that corner. Oh, he had to send it down the middle of the car. With a real pointy spike on the top of it. Looks a bit tired, doesn't it?
It does. It isn't showroom fresh anymore, is it? Kiri Blow is at the end of this one for us, I believe. She's hot-footed it round from the end of the previous stage.
And tough day out there, but you certainly made the most of it. You are leading our rally as we head into the final stage of the day. You've obviously gone past Elfyn as well. How's it been for you out there?
It has been a rough day, really tough afternoon, and this one is I think cleaning a lot. Let's see how much faster the guys behind come, but they should be much faster. We had really bad tires, only 2 softs which were having a bit of tread, so not easy to open the road after Elfyn went off, so it's a bit shame for him. I hope they're okay.
Okay, and
yeah, from the news we are hearing in, they are okay, but obviously disappointing for them going off the road. I don't think anyone is, well, I think there could be someone that's faster than him. Right now on the stage, we're not seeing anyone faster than Robin Perra. Newville is 7 seconds down at the first split. Tanak is the closest, just 1.6 seconds adrift at the midpoint.
So 3 hards and a soft tyre on. Robin Perez says, my softs have only barely got some tread on, like, really.
Brilliant start to the afternoon from Esa-Pekka Lappi with that fastest time. That really was. Oh, hello, there he is.
Do you think I can take a little bit of credit for that? Because I kind of like bigged him up told him he needed to up his game.
Are you putting yourself down as a motivational coach?
Well, I did basically tell him that he wasn't quick enough in the morning.
What? With PK trying to get a team boss job last night with his motivational stuff, are you putting yourself up for offer now?
Oh no, but fortunately he did agree with me. I didn't get punched on the nose or anything. But yeah,
that's to come. Don't worry.
He did seem just missing. He has a good road position. Yeah, I thought, come on, where's that Esa-Pekka Lappi mojo gone? You know, and then yeah, we've seen it this afternoon. Brilliant. The problem that Lappi's got is that the two behind him are making headway in their better road position as well.
Yeah. I think Lube's done a really strong job out there today, talking about road position, yes. He has maximised it. He's done very, very well, though, because he could have lost his head after the first stage this morning when he was fastest and leading the rally, but he kept it together. Did lose his head a little at the end of the first running park, you know, when he thought things were going very wrong with the fire extinguishers and all of that, but he's kept it together beautifully. Oit Tanak, though, again, kind of what could have been brilliant pace this morning, leading the rally. But then tyre damage for the Estonian and plummeting down the leaderboard. It's the first stage after service. We were wondering why his splits were so slow, and you could see the tyre was off the rim on one of the corners that we caught. Not sure what he said. Thought I heard the English word lottery in there then. It probably means something different in Estonian though.
It could mean the same.
Could mean exactly the same. Someone did describe the event to me as a lottery yesterday, and they are not far wrong. Oit Tanak pulls in then. One more to go. Let's get his thoughts on that one.
Oi, the dust is very, very heavy. Was it heavy through the stage? Sorry. The dust?
No, there was no dust.
Okay, that's quite a good run through there. Can you sum up what's been a very difficult day out on the stages?
Oh, yeah, it's been challenging. Yeah, so many trouble to carry through. So yeah, obviously the puncture was not helping as well. And yeah, now on this one, like the rear axle is loose. It's been challenging. It's been tough.
Split just popped up there, the second split with Neuville. So actually only dropped 0.8 of a second in the second split, whereas you dropped 7 in the first one. Has there been a straight on somewhere or something like that?
A little bit of a moment for Thierry at the start. We'll find out. But when he gets to the stage end, you're right. Again, 2 hard compounds on the front of the calf down the Sordo, the soft on the rear. Such a rutted section he was going through there.
Yeah, and this has only had 4 cars through it, so maybe it's not...
It is so soft in sections here, though.
Derecha 4, muy corta, se abre, 50. Rápida, frenar, derecha 6, muy lenta, corta, se cierra 5 muy lenta. Ok, 20. Et gauche 40 plus étroit, ferme léger tourne pour droite 80, pas corde d'entrée sur 50. Qui des droite 20, arrière, étroit. Qui des droite 20, arrière, étroit.
Reminder for you that Neuville currently in that 3rd position. You know, this opens the door a little bit for Lube now with that time loss at the start of the stage. Remember, there's only 2.5 seconds between them going in. Lube yet to get underway on this one.
Spices it up, doesn't it? If Lube can get into that position. Road order for tomorrow is decided at the end of this stage, not the end of the Super Special. So If you're going to make your move, make it now.
150 points long, à fond, pour droit de 133, ferme 90 points, ferme 90 points, et stop gauchis sur 35 lisses, droite 40 points long, paris de sable, sur 35 lisses, droite 40 points long, paris de sable.
Dropped a couple more there, but not as that big gap as there was in the first split. I think there must have been like a little story or something in that first few Ks, because... Oh, did you hear that one?
Yeah,
Oh.
that was quite a hit, wasn't it? So Oit was saying, just going back to that, remember I said I thought, I heard the word lottery in there. He was just saying what he said at the stage end interview to us in English, that he felt that the rear axle was loose.
Could that be surface, road, handling characteristics?
Droite 40 points tourne, étroit sable pour piège, sommet gauche rasé en droitie pour sable, gauche 30 petit, étroit.
Esa-Pekka Lappi quite close to Rovanperä at the start, just 1.6 down. We've got Sordo and Lube in the stage. Well, whatever he's going to say there, I don't know whether it's a big smile or what, I'm not sure, but let's find out what that time loss was at the start for Neuville, if there was anything at all. I mean, he might say nothing. We'll find out with Kiri.
There was a big smile at the end of that stage, but you've lost quite a bit of time. 11 seconds down on Calais through that stage. What was the smile about, and what was the slower stage time about?
I've never done this stage in the entire length in a proper condition, so it was the first time for us. And yeah, I did what I could. It's a very tricky stage. With the feeling I have with the car in there, it's difficult to do much more.
And in French.
There we go.
Well, he did go off in this stage last year, but he was slower in the first bit that he's done before than he was in the bit he hadn't. Not sure where you go with that one.
Don't tell him that later. Lube is now into the stage.
I've been quite punchy today with the drivers. I might be able to just throw that one in there.
You've been a bit feisty.
I'll tell you what,
if you see Julian on screen tomorrow with a bandage across his face, you'll know that someone's actually punched him.
I saw also on social media when we were out and about. Cyril Beatable has actually been out stateside. Yeah. I'd love to know what his thoughts are later on, you know what I mean?
And we were discussing that earlier, that he's been watching his crews out and about there today. So, Lube then, remember, just outside of podium position going into this stage. It's not been the best stage in the world for Thierry Neuville. Can Lube capitalise on that?
Let's hope, because it just spices it all up then, doesn't it? It gives us, in theory, as long as they all kind of like do get in, that would give us one each of our manufacturers in the top three at the end of the day, hopefully.
How good is it looking still? Yeah, just 4/10 off Rovanperä's pace.
Coming back to him.
Yep. It was 1.6 slower at the first split, just 4/10 now, just 3/10 at 16 kilometres.
And he's only 10.6 away from Neuville. Could Neuville drop 2 places depending on what happens?
Yeah, he's 9.5 seconds faster.
Yeah.
All depends on what Lube does as well. But this could be a very interesting outcome here. Let's see how he does in his final few Ks.
As we've already mentioned, road positions decided for tomorrow after this stage. So this could be quite crucial. Neuville could actually potentially drop 2 places, and that puts him 2 places further up tomorrow, like nearer to the front.
Just hearing that Sordo had a brief stop at 11 kilometres.
Oh. He's coming closer again.
It's the countdown to Rovanpera's time. Let's see what it is. 0.4 of a second faster.
What's
And
he
that's
done?
11.4 seconds quicker than Neuville, which means he moves ahead of his teammate. There's only 0.8 of a second between them. Super close.
And then we've got to wait to see what this pairing can do, because could they jump up as well if they have a storming run through?
Well, let's see. That first split is approaching, but let's hear from Lappi before that. It's the fastest time through so far. Let's hope he's happy with that.
Esa-Pekka, great stage. You've just gone 0.4 faster than Calais, and you move ahead of Thierry.
Yeah, this was my big stage, you know. I didn't do it last year with this car. So I really tried to learn it, and I really was committed, you know.
And in finish, please.
Yeah.
Lube just 3.2 down there. When I say just 3.2 is a bit of a lifetime at the minute at this close pack.
Yeah, well, you're separated by, you know, tenths of seconds. We mentioned that brief stop for Dani Sordo. It's reflected in the split.
Apparently it was a spin.
Oh, this is a replay for Dani Sordo.
Oh, he was meant to have gone right.
Oh, that's a real shame.
That is 6, 7, 8 seconds, isn't it? That put him into not quite Lappi's clutches, but Rovanpera is going to go to bed tonight sleeping a little bit better.
I think so. What? Yeah, Sordo lost 9.7 to Lappi at that midpoint.
Sorry, he lost what, sorry?
9.7
9.7
to Lappi.
It was a strange moment. It kind of just went straight on, kind of like
Well,
left.
he just overshot.
Yeah.
Didn't he? But oddly.
Through the vineyards there.
Derecha 7 de 10, frenando para izquierda 5, muy lenta, 20. Derecha 8 a fondo, 60 vistos. Izquierda 8 a fondo, 40. Derecha 8 de 10, se cierra 7 rápida, 20.
4 drivers through on this stage so far. It's Lappi leading the way with an 11.56.7 to move ahead of his teammate Thierry Neuville overall by 0.8 of a second. Rovanpera second fastest, then it was Tanak, then Neuville.
Well, one thing for sure, Lappi's playing himself right in here with this, and Sordo's mistake there. It's going to be double figures unless Dani does a real good run through this final split. I mean, turn around. Lappi was 25 seconds away, but he's not far off half this gap.
Derecha 5, poco tarde, se cierra mucho, 15. Izquierda 7 en rasante, para derecha 8 cortas, frenando, para izquierda 6, lenta, 40.
This time just disappearing away. 12.08.4. 14.2. Adrift of the lead.
Apologies for some of his bad language in there. I'm sure there was a couple of words I heard. Rovanpera double figures.
Yeah, 14.2 seconds.
Yeah.
Lappi 13.7 behind Sordo. Let's hear an explanation of what happened then from Dani Sordo within this stage.
Danny, what happened in there? An overshoot at a corner?
We missed a jump. We lost a little bit of time there, but we make a really bad mistake. We were really slippery with the rear was moving a lot. I didn't have a lot of confidence there, but yeah, we make a small mistake there and we lost a bit of time. But anyway, we were really bad here.
That's a shame, isn't it? On this penultimate one, he's missed the junction.
Yeah, but soft tyres on the rear, and we saw him across the axle, not diagonal. Hards on the front, softs on the back, and he said he just couldn't keep the rear. You never know what's best, is it? Go across the axles, go diagonally across the axles. Oh, it's just... Lube just dropping a little bit of time. He's probably not going to be able to capitalise massively on this. I mean, he should get past. He should get past Neuville. I still think he was up on Neuville. Oh, he just popped out of the line there. Just popped out of the line. Just heard it. Oh.
Yeah. He's only 2.1 seconds faster than Neuville. I think it's 2.5 between them.
Yeah,
is
it is. Yeah, so he's going to have to
he could get
dig deep.
Could be pretty close between them come the West. Sunny is going to be pretty close between them.
But Lappi, there's going to be 3 of them within a couple of seconds potentially at the end of this one. And who is Lappi the big winner and taking 2 places, or is everyone going to like gain a place and Neuville drop 2?
You're tying yourself up in knots in this one, Junior. Just enjoy it and wait. Let's have a look at that third split then. 6.8 down from Rovanperä, but crucially 3 up on Neuville.
Cuvette droite 150 tenir, 40 mètres piège gauche 130 moins dévers, piège gauche 130 moins dévers, 30 mètres, droite 150 court pour Gauchy, 70 mètres, léger tard droite 140 court tenir pour Gauchy, pour droite bref, 40 mètres, Gauchy bref en train, 30 mètres, droite 110, qui ouvre long, droite 110.
We wait then for him to complete the stage to see what this time is going to be, but it is looking good for Lube here after what has been a really encouraging day. Pace-wise, yes, he's had the best road position potentially out of everyone, but the further back you go, the more rocks you have to deal with, the more ruts you have to deal with that are being churned up by the crews in front. But he hasn't had to have the ability to sweep at the front, of course. I think it's been a really good day for him. He does move ahead of Thierry Neuville overall by 0.3 of a second. Still remains in 4th position. He's only half a second adrift now of podium place. On board with Oliver Solberg, our leader in the WRC2 category, while we wait to hear from Pierre-Louis.
Yeah, that gap between you and Thierry now so close. You are still remaining in 4th. It's been a stressful day. You've made a bit more stressful by me saying you were slower when you weren't, but a brilliant day of pace.
Yeah, good day. It's not finished yet, but happy about it. It's one of the most toughest stages of the season, honestly. You don't see well the road with all of the woods, so tricky, but still one to go.
Yeah, 1 to go. It is the super special stage. Getting underway at 7:05 local time here in Portugal. It's coming up to 5:42 in the afternoon here.
Leaders in WRC2 here, just over 11 seconds.
Those 11 seconds over Johan Rossell, our championship leader, and Marco Glacia into 3rd position in WRC2. Now, Oliver was pretty concerned about the shape of his tyres heading into this one. He said at the end of the previous one he didn't have much left, so he's going to have to be very careful. I think he's going to be pretty satisfied with his day. once this stage is out of the way.
It seems to have been really challenging for our WRC2 runners, haven't they? It's been a real day of survival. And
yeah, he's done well though. 12:26.1. Just looking behind, obviously Mikkelsen, who dropped down the order earlier on after he stopped, changed a tyre, which he's been pretty frustrated about. 4.5 seconds up on Oliver at the midpoint. Gus is faster by a second. Suunanen 7.6 down on Solberg at the first split.
Oliver, it looks like Andreas is up on those splits, but this has been a wild day out there. How have you found it all? Still one stage to go, but we're out of the gravel for a bit.
It's okay that he's in front. I'm through, clean. Just been a consistent, fast day. My tires are basically, sorry. But yeah, I'm happy, very, very happy to be here.
Okay.
He apologised himself. Apologies if you're offended by the language. I'm sure you're not. As he said, he's not too concerned about Mikkelsen. He's not battling with him. It's Johan Rossell now who he will be keeping a little bit of an eye on because he's only 11 seconds behind.
yeah, Mikkelsen's got nothing really to lose now, has he? He's just trying to put some stage times together to try and show people that, yeah, if I can get some budget, I'll be able to do this more often. I'll be able to show this kind of speed more often. If you're only just joining us, the graphic on the left-hand side, Elfyn Evans has got a red block around it. That's due to them being off the road in this stage. They haven't got to the end. We haven't even seen them yet. They're not stage side, are they, anyway?
You know, both crew are okay. That's the important thing. But Elfyn Evans, Scott Martin off the road at the 13.8k marker within this stage, which is why they're showing as red on the board. Mikkelsen through the 12:21.8, 4.3 seconds faster than Solberg.
Andreas, another good stage through there. You're 4.3 up on Oliver. I know, obviously, disappointment, but we've seen, like we said at the other stages, some great pace.
Yeah, the speed is there. It's just a shame, you know. But that's rally. That's how it is at the moment. And we just have to make the best out of it, catch as much time as we can. It's still a long rally to go, and a lot of things can happen. We saw today. So for sure, we haven't given up.
Of course not, definitely not. Still 2 full days competition to go, 1 more stage to go this evening, so don't go anywhere after this. Because we still have that super special stage to tackle. Gus with a tough day out there as well.
I think everyone's middle name today is Tough. Gus Tough Greensmith, kind of Timo Tough Suunanen and Andres Tough. It's been demanding. It has been demanding for them. But then, if it was easy, we'd kind of all be able to do it, and and if there wasn't those little pitfalls and those little moves, ups and downs, you're quite boring. You need a little bit of spice, and we need rallies to be different as well. This one is particularly challenging, particularly rocky. We need that change. We can't just keep having and going to beautiful pruned roads, you know what I mean, that are completely super brilliant.
We'll get his thoughts very shortly. Just looking elsewhere. Split-wise, and in comparison to Mikkelsen, who's the fastest WRC2 driver through so far, Suunanen's 14.8 slower at the midpoint here. Formo is 5.1 down at the opening split.
Formo has no more tyres.
Exactly, I was just about to say, that's understandable from him.
We're just going to check what Suninen had.
We need to check Suninen because he's pretty slow within this stage.
He has 6. He has 6.
Yes, you're down on our quickest times through here by 5.7. It's been a tricky day out there. A lot of talk about grip. How have you summed up the first full day on gravel here in Portugal?
Yeah, certainly not how I wanted to start the weekend, but it is how it is. But we're here at the end of the day. Well, one more to go. But yeah, in there just trying to be clean and not make any mistakes. Don't seem to have much tyres left.
Yeah, I think what all of them have got to think of now, from here, it's a big road section to that next stage, and it's a massive, even bigger road section back up to Porto and Matosinhos, where the service park is. So they just, you've got to make sure you've got 4 definitely inflated tyres for that long road section, because you could have throw away all your hard work by being just a bit aggressive, either in the end of here or in the next one, because you've got to have, as we know, 4 rotating wheels and tyres to drive on a road section, because that's what you have to do with your road car, and these are no different. These cars have to be road legal.
It's the cautious Teemu Suninen through this one. And there we go, that time on the board, 17.6 seconds. Off the pace of Mikkelsen in front in WRC2. In front in terms of pace, but of course it's Oliver Solberg who's leading the category for us. Formo was leading earlier today. Really strong morning from Adrian.
Yeah, it was a brilliant morning, wasn't it? Bits of bumper. Were they missing at any other points?
Well, I don't think they were missing at the end of the previous one.
It's the bumper corners on both sides.
Teemu, one more stage to go. It is a super special, but we've got quite a long road section. How do you think your tyres are going to fare? Are you going to get all the way back?
I wish. It started to be a bit second hand now, so cannot really sell them, but we try to do our best.
Yeah, survival.
Looking at the times of Johan Rossell to Oliver Solberg, he is slower by 4 seconds at the opening split point. Remember, Solberg's got 11 seconds in hand as a lead over Johan.
Yeah, we just got to make sure that you, for the reasons you've got this far. It's kind of like, I don't want to mess this up right now, and Rossell is just like, in 2 wins out of 2 rounds, he does not need that no score. He just wants to make sure whether he drops 3 or 4 seconds in here, well, that's the way it goes. He's not going to, I don't think he'll be massively concerned about that, because he'll be thinking, yeah, second place at the end of the day. He's got 33 seconds on through last year, so I can manage this. Then tomorrow, to be fair, I think if you told him you go away from Portugal with a second place at the start, he'd be kind of like, I'll take that.
Absolutely.
You know, and if now it might be just a real game of survival and making sure he makes no mistake, which is never, it's not as easy as absolutely being on the door handles, flat out pushing, because you're kind of like there thinking every rock, we've seen some rocks popping up and you're thinking like, oh God, I don't want to hit that one, and compressions and dips like that. It's quite a big, now he seems to have just started to drop down, hasn't he? That's doubles. But I'm not saying there's any drama, but being either very cautious or just something starting to come in.
I'm just going to check. I mean, Palacio is a good 33 seconds behind him, so he does have
a gap.
Yeah.
Formo 11.4 now. I think we're right in saying that Formo has no spare tyres left, or no very good ones. There's been a couple of punctures. He's had to stop twice in the last, once in one stage, once in another stage, to stop and change the wheel and tyre. So Adrian is really kind of on a wing and a prayer here now. That's such a shame. He was out front at the start.
Yeah, really strong performance. He was happy. He was happy with the car. Everything was going really well.
And then but the most frustrating thing was in the previous stage when he stopped to change. The nut gun, I couldn't quite hear what he said, but the nut gun, I think the battery had gone flat.
No. I think a section at the front of the nut gun.
The socket.
That's it, the socket, that's the word. That was missing.
Oh, right.
So they had to use the
wheel brace, yeah. I knew he said there was a problem with the nut gun, I didn't quite hear. The socket had
so it has to
fallen
do by
off.
hand, takes a lot longer, obviously.
Yeah.
That's go old school, mate.
Could you imagine if that was if that was like the regulation, you couldn't use a power gun. You had to do it with the wheel wrench.
There'd be such, can you imagine? Right. So a 7-minute time drop. Oh no. It's not even funny. I really felt for him at that point because it was like to add insult to injury to him.
In Bex, in my day, until the very, very last couple of years of my time driving, that's all you had.
The big road section and the super special, have we got tyres to get us all the way there?
You know, we have lost a lot of time in the last two stages. Was a disaster for us, but yeah, we are here to enjoy and be driving well, so we are trying our best. Honestly, my tires I have 3 completely dead tires, only one is okay. And for me, I think before the day we say okay, we try to drive as we can and just try to be tidy because the tire is dead. So it's just for the experience.
I mean, considering he's done that, it's really not a bad time on the boards. Going back to you in your day, did you not have to crank the engine as well?
Not quite. Not quite. We had a key. It wasn't push button stuff. We had a key. But yeah, that's what it was like. And you're like, kind of, my word. No hydraulic jacks like they are now and things like that. A wheel and tyre change did take you about 3 minutes. It was kind of like a real kind of. We'd be quicker carrying on. That debate was had a lot in the car.
Sure, I'm sure.
You know, because it wasn't a case now of maybe a minute and 12, minute and 15 seconds.
Johan Rossell then, the man in second position right now within WRC2, about to complete for us. I think it's been
quite a lot of time in there, but I don't think there's any big concern here. I think that is a very canny and careful run. As Bex is studying her screen.
I can just see a penalty gone on the boardroom because he's now over a minute behind Solberg. I can see a 40-second penalty. I'm just going to find out why. I'll come back to you.
Maybe if Kiri can hear us, what is the penalty that Rossell has got?
He's saying he's 4 minutes late to time control 7. Was he?
Was he?
Anyway, we'll come back to that.
Johan, you checked in late, so what was the problem?
I changed my wheel, front and rear, and when I start for the start, my wheel was completely blocked. And I think it's on right rear, and no, it's left. Far.
Thanks.
Not quite sure what he's.
That 40-second penalty stands, and that's really unfortunate because it, drops him now quite a big gap in time behind Oliver Solberg and others, of course. Now, let's just have a look at the stage classification here. Again, another stage win for Esa-Pekka Lappi. Strong time. He was targeting this stage in particular. He's done a great job here. 4/10 up on Rovanperä, 4.6 up on Tanak. But crucially for him, it was 11.4 up on Neuville. Let's take a look at the overall classifications because there has been a change around here. Rovanperä continues to lead over Danny Sordo, and that lead is now 14.2 seconds. Lappi is up to third position now, and Lube just half a second behind Lappi in 4th position. Neuville, though, who was in 3rd, drops down to 5th position overall. He's only 0.3 of a second, though, behind Pierre-Louis Loubet, 28.7 seconds off the lead. Oyt Tanak, 6th overall for us. So Oliver Solberg continues to lead WRC2, but look at that gap now. With that 40-second penalty added for Johan Rossell, it's a minute 02.6 between Solberg and Rossell. We have one more stage to go today. It is the Super Special, so make sure you stay with us here on All Live to capture what's going to happen there a little bit later on.